Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live right here, Deniati Media. Game number 5, right here from the Co-op Center in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. My name is Willis Janvier. I'll be the host tonight, the content creator. There's also a couple of interviews from both coaches on Deniati Media Facebook page if you want to go check out here as we get this warm-up wrapped up. Game number 5, Broncos are down 3-1. Both lineups are ready to go. So the lineups here for the Pontiacs, we'll just go over some of the lineups here on both teams. Number 9, Cadron. Forgot to put first name on that one there. Number 9 is actually, they don't have it on the roster, but we've got number 9, Cadron, 17, Labant, 47, Roy, number 11, Lucas Isley, number 14, Colton Bukta, number 20, Mason Stabler, number 8, Mark Ouellette, number 18, Scott Thackeray, number 6, Devin McCormack, number 44, Braden Burak, and number 12, Ori Wood, number 22, Christian Foisey. And on defense, number 4, Ethan Peak, with his partner number 7, Thomas Rosenberger. Number 21, Noah Cook. Number 3, Kurt Franklin. Number 25, Darwin Ward, and also number 2, Bailey Lonsberry. And over to the Broncos, ladies and gentlemen, as you see a couple of the young guys are out there helping out, getting them involved in the warm-ups for the Broncos. Starting lineup here, Bryce Neufeld, number 19. Reagan Yu, number 9. Number 17, Ashton McIntyre. Shane Hounsell, number 14. Taylor Arnold, number 7. William Desjardins, number 3. Number 18, Damon Pockrat. Logan Pethick, number 11. Number 12, Caleb Pockrat. And number 5, Kale Lejunis. I do apologize if I butchered that last name. Number 20, Stajan Laird. Number 16, Rhett Dennis. And number 4, Aaron Moore. Number 44, Fisk. Number 15, we've got Robin Yu. Number 21, Calvin Fiddler. Number 22, Tylen Cameron. And also number 71, Drake Tier. So Bryce Fisk on defense. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 will start here in about 15 minutes, I do believe. It is set for 8 o'clock. We're at a bit of a weird angle here. So shout out to our camera woman who volunteered tonight, all the way from Aquasagagan. She's gonna do her best for us, and really appreciate that. So stay tuned. Game number 1 is gonna be underway here in 14 minutes. In the meantime, you can go over to Deniati Media Facebook page and check out what the coaches had to say here before game number 5, series 3-1 for the Bonnyville Senior Pontiacs. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are live right here on Deniati Media YouTube channel. This live stream is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 First Nation Economic Development and also Big Bear Contracting. If you're looking for a new career in the oil field in northern Alberta, check out Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development. Also, Big Bear Contracting, located in Clearwater River Dene Nation. If you're looking to start a new job in the industry, you can check them out for the latest job postings here. So stay tuned here as we get ready for game number 5, our national anthem. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Puck drop right here at the Meadow Lake Co-op Center. That one's dumped into the far corner. Quick little hit at the boards, shot on net. Puck is still loose. The Pontiacs get that one out of their zone. Had my rosters flipped around there as Ouellette takes a hit. McCormack back to the point. The Broncos with the captain lost his stick. One guy is short. This one's held up on the near side boards. Puck is now loose, centered in front across Lafon. Nobody there to answer the call. A quick hit, and that's going to be dumped right out of their zones. Broncos going to go for a line change. Fiddler out there with Robin Yu. Pontiac's defense play that one up the boards, kept in, almost kept in at the line. Fired back in by Yu. They're going to go for a chase. Number 17. Actually, I don't have a number 17 on my roster. Bryce Neufeld. So they've had the starting lineups switched up a bit for the first couple of minutes in the starting period of game number 5. The series is the Pontiacs 3-1. A quick glove save from LaFawn there. The product of Waterhen Lake. And also the netminder Ethan Woodward for the senior Pontiacs on the other end. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning in to Deniati Media Live, brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 and Big Bear Contracting. You down low. Not sure if they had the numbers correct here on both sides. And they score! Bukta opens the scoring here at 1:58. LaFawn was out of position. A wide open net, and it's 1-0 senior Pontiacs. The fans are not too happy with that one. It's 1-0 senior Pontiacs. So Pontiacs won. The fans are not too happy with that one. Into the starting period. Pontiacs face-off win, fired there along behind the boards of LaFawn. Moore with it now. Moore looking for somebody open. Quick little pass to Dennis. That one stopped there by the Pontiacs. He's gonna carry that back into his own zone. Slowly moving over the blue line. Quick pass way out of the reach. Stopped there by LaFawn. Moore takes a quick hit as they play this one up the boards. Number 16, Rhett Dennis with the chase. A bunch of young guys here for this Broncos team as well. I've noticed, obviously this is the first game I've covered in this series, or in this league rather, so appreciate the Broncos allowing me to bring it, and they score again. That one is gonna haunt LaFawn right until next tournament. And they score again. As you see that there one on is going to haunt LaFawn. He tried to kick that aside and went right between his legs. So it is 2-0 for the Pontiacs and LaFawn, as the pressure is on him tonight in a packed house right here, what was formerly the Civic Center and now is the Co-op Center in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. A quick pass over the blue line. The Pontiacs with a quick break, centered in front. McCormack was in all alone. That one goes right off his buttocks and into the corner, played around the boards. Quick hit along the far side boards, centered on net. A little bit too wide, Thackeray, quick shot. LaFawn didn't see it. Not sure if LaFawn is alert right now. He didn't move on that one at all. Another attempt, he tried to flick aside, and quick alert right went now. In there again, as you see, move on that one at all. In the replay, attempt, didn't know where he was. So face off in the near side circle. We're gonna go to Reagan U, right out of Isla Crosse, Saskatchewan. Reagan U, face-off win. Neufeld on the chase, but Cadron, that one goes right off his stick. McIntyre over to Neufeld, not a little too high, and that's gonna be icing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468, First Nation Economic Development. If you're looking to start your next career in the oil field, tax-free positions available, different schedule rotations. You can go check that one out on the Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development website. Also, Big Bear Contracting, located in Clearwater River, Dene Nation. So a lot of development in the far north as well, a little bit closer for you. Pontiacs couldn't get that one out of their zone, knocked down by Neufeld. Couldn't get control of it. Pontiacs play that one up the boards. Back to the point, fired on net. Puck is loose, nobody knew where it was there. Down up the center. Slowing things down is Soulsby. Hard up the boards by Tier. Kept in at the line. They're going to dump that one in and go for a line change. The Pontiacs with a quick little breakout now with fresh legs for the Broncos. Down 2-0. That one's high off the glass. Retrieved down in their own end. Isley, the captain, is going to go for a chase, throwing the body around. Number 14 avoids a big hit there, Shane Hounsell. Hounsell down low behind Woodward. Woodward hasn't faced a shot yet, with 5 minutes have gone by in this period. Icing waved off. Isley, a hit a little too high. Moore centered in front. And that was Stabler. Was a good chance all alone in front. Nobody there, but couldn't handle the pass very well. Another opportunity there as William Desjardins missed that one. Another product of Northern Saskatchewan. Quick pass. Desjardins with it. Easily picked off. He's going to go for a line change. Broncos throwing the body around. Pontiacs with it now off the far circle. Centered in front. Stopped there by Lafon. Lafon is going to need to redeem himself after a couple of softies gone in here. 2 minutes into this game number 5. Do or die situation here for the Broncos. This is the final of the Sask Alta. In all alone, they're going to go for a chase. Ponkrant couldn't get to it. Pontiacs circle behind the goaltender Woodward. Played high off the board, slowing things down for the defenseman. Circles back around is Drake Tier. Quick pass over the blue line, shot on net, easily gloved down there. So a quick little play there. Circles back around as you see Drake Tier breaking out, circling back over the blue line. And you got to get every shot on net, and that's what they tried to do there. Not a good job from our camera woman here so far. She was nervous here going on, but really appreciate her doing this. Otherwise, we'd have to hire one of the young kids here playing a mini stick hockey game just below us. Lafon questioned that one as he wanted to go out. Quick shot wide on net. Neufeld with it. Neufeld more. Reagan Yu out there, high off the glass with Fisk. Fisk, a quick pass way out of the reach of McIntyre. Right through his stick here. Meadow Lake Broncos are going to need to step it up a little bit here. No pass is connecting. A big hit there, and we're going to get a penalty actually. So McIntyre is going to go to the box. We'll see what the call is here. Might be a little too high. I'm going to say might be, we'll see what the call is here. Might be a little, see what the signal is. 2 minutes. Charging is the call. So 2 minutes for charging. A bit of a blind hit there. He came in hard. Not sure who took that hit. Kept in at the line. Good eye on the official there. It's important in these games that you be in position as well. So in that last play, both officials, the head officials, had their arms up for the call. A 2-on-2. Pontiacs, quick shot high off the mask, kicked in off the pad of Lafon. They're going to circle back. Ward with it, quick shot on Lafon. He's able to cover that one up. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out the coaches' interviews right before this hockey game. You can check that out on Deniati Media Facebook page. Quick pass right across, and they score again. That is a quick play to the point, right across, walking in from the circle, and they score again. He beats Lafon 5-hole. It is 3-0 hockey game. 8 minutes and 14 seconds have gone by here in this first period. Lawrence Gardapi says, "What's up?" Over the blue line. This Pontiacs team here is on fire here, firing off all cylinders. Desjardins. That one played behind the goaltender Woodward. Desjardins tried to send that one down low, couldn't control it. The Broncos have not had a good shot here on net. One soft one is thrown at the goaltender, and that has been it. Hounsell picked off. William. Desjardins with it, circles back, fires that across for McIntyre. McIntyre back in the lineup after that 5-hole. So shot number 2. Actually, we have a shots on goal. Yes, we are 9-2 as Woodward. A little bit of pressure there by Reagan-Yu in front, but he's able to cover that one easily. So welcome here, ladies and gentlemen, Deniati Media. This is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and also Big Bear Contracting. Thank you for supporting the live streams. Also, earlier ago, I came to Meadow Lake and I was looking for a hotel, and I was a little bit shocked at the prices here, and I kept saying to the guy who answered the phone, the front desk, and I said, "Do you know we're in Meadow Lake here? You know we're in Meadow Lake for charging that amount?" And he said, "Yep, I do." Nonetheless, I got to get a place to stay. It is snowing and a little bit of rain outside, I believe, freezing rain. A quick high pass, and that's going to be waved off. Cadron with it, centered in front again. Circles back around, Stabler. They flicked that one high through the neutral zone. Picked up there by McIntyre. McIntyre. That shot didn't get through at all. Stopped by the Pontiacs. A quick pass across. Went right through the defenseman. Lafon was out of position on that one, but he didn't have it all alone again, and they score. It is 4-0. Went right through the defenseman. So a quick pass here behind the net. You'll see the second guy come in. There's 2 guys in all alone. It is 4-0 in this hockey game, game number 5. At this rate, if it continues, we are just here for the 50-50. And we're going to get a goalie change. Lafon, 4 goals in 10 shots. Game number 5 of the Sask Alta finals, league finals. The Bonnyville Senior Pontiacs here looking to take this one home. The Broncos are going to need to, they're going to need to do something here at this point, because the shots are 10-2. And if you can't get any good shots on net, the goaltender sitting there cold
like a snowman here in the dead of winter. No pressure at all, so we're going to have to get a new game plan as we're at 8:44 into this first period. The battle down low behind the goaltender. Picked up there by Thackeray. Fired through the neutral zone. Robin Yu fires that one back in. They're going to go on the chase. Right across. That shot is blocked again as well. Play is way out of my view there in the far corner. Fiddler getting in on the offensive action there. And this one's going to be covered up again there by Woodward. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome here. Deniati Media. If you're just tuning in, you see here on the clock it is 7:51 left in the first period. Pontiacs are up 4-0. Desjardins couldn't center that in front. The Pontiacs have done a good job defensively. You know, obviously, offensively, they've been going, but a couple of easy goals let in there by the first goalie. Looks like some rough stuff there by Stabler and Hounsel. We might get some action. So a couple of notables here, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams do have, well, look up my roster here. I know the Pontiacs. So Meadow Lake, we've got Will Desjardins from Isle Cross and Kale Lejeunesse. Lajeunesse. So Lajeunesse, he's a CPCA outrider. And Logan Pethick, also a CPCA champion outrider as well, as Reagan Yu couldn't get that one out of their own zone. So Kobe Stanley wasn't in the lineup here tonight as he's suspended. Shane Hounsel from Flying Dust First Nation. This one's held in the far corner. Reagan Yu couldn't get that one loose, finally loose. Pontiac defenseman goes down. Pontiacs with it, near side boards. Over, and now we're going to get another penalty. The glove comes off. Tripping is the call. Calvin Fiddler is going to go off. We missed it on the replay there. A little slow on the replay as well, but Calvin Fiddler, he's going to go to the sin bin for a couple of minutes. Trailing 4-0 is 6:39 to play. Right here from the Meadow Lake Co-op Center. What a beautiful facility. You could have a tournament come back here, actually. So for those of you back in the day, remember, Meadow Lake did used to host one of the biggest, I believe, the Métis tournament. It was a senior contact, you know, some of the best Indian hockey you've ever got to see was right here in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. For the Bonnyville, we got straight out of Saddle Lake Cree Nation. Another chuck wagon driver is Ori Wood, former AJHL Bonnyville Pontiac and the U of R Cougars as well, Lucas Isley. Our top scorer, ex-AJHL Whitecourt Wolverine, Braden Lebrant. So a couple of the, some background information for both teams. And everybody loves Reagan Yu from Isle Cross. Quick pass across. That one a little weird off of Roy's stick. Back to the point. Holds it. Number 25, Darwin Ward. Darwin Ward slowing things down. Quick pass across, and that one's going to be offside as Cadron was way into the Pontiac zone. So get your 50-50 because we're going to win here tonight. Face off. Pontiacs slowly over the blue line, centered high over the net. Our goaltender here, a quick little change up here as LaFond is thinking about what he done tonight. So Dylan Twydale is in. He's faced a couple of shots already. He's ready to go in his hockey game. Back to the point. Quick pass across above the circle. That one's deflected off Yu. Reagan Yu, way out of his own reach. Over the blue line, the Pontiacs centered across. Covered up there by Twydale. So it is 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. But still lots of fans here. Wrapped around this rink, I'm going to say we're up at about 1,500 fans now. So it's a good thing we didn't set up down below, because we would have been bombarded here. Lots of people, 50-50 I believe I was told was starting way up there. The last one was about 17,000 I heard. So we're gonna take that home tonight so I can pay for that hotel stay. Broncos with it. Yu and Fiddler on the defense. We're going to get a penalty against the Pontiacs. Yu, so if you got to see there that quick hit right behind as you see that. We're going to get a penalty against the Pontiacs. Yu with some rough stuff. Number 12, Ori Wood. And a little bit of an unnecessary one there by Robin Yu. Are we going to go 4-on-4? 5-on-4. So, not sure what Robin Yu was thinking there, but I believe he's got a 10-minute if you've got 5-on-4. So. Kept in at the line by the defenseman. Pontiacs picking up speed. No call on the play there. Good positioning by the referees. High off of Woodward. In behind him. Didn't know where it was. Broncos with it now. Circles behind Woodward. Back to the point. Across to, and that one's gloved down. So a quick shot by Tier. Or Fisk, rather. I don't see Tylen Cameron in the lineup. Not sure where he's at here tonight. Face-off win, Pontiacs. Power play to the Meadow Lake Broncos. Pontiacs with it over the blue line. Blocker save there by Twydale. Desjardins wanted the pass, but kept it to himself. In all alone, he scores! Desjardins, a quick play, but kept it to himself. In all alone, he scores! Desjardins wanted the pass right over the blue line. He looked a bit frustrated, smashing his stick on the ice. His partner kept it, fired on net. You always go to the net, as Cody Peterson would say. I'll take care of the rest, and it is 4-1. This hockey game is not over tonight. A little bit of hope here for the Broncos. They've only had 3-4 shots on net, another high shot on Woodward. Broncos need to start putting everything on net. Nothing soft like that one. Reagan Yu. That looked like one of the mini stick hockey game shots there, so. Pontiacs with it. Over the blue line. Defense gets right through. Thackeray wants a penalty on the call. It's right through.
So we get
Thackeray
to see the replay
wants
a
penalty on the call.
As you see Thackeray going after the ref and saying, I was taken down.
Face-off win, Pontiacs. Quick shot. That one's blocked there by the defenseman. Elbow is up by Fisk and Stabler. Stabler is the big enforcer guy, I believe. McIntyre, quick little rush there. The captain for the Pontiacs, Isley. Reagan Yu. That pass was intended for him. Stabler with it. The Pontiacs do a good job of centering that pass in front. And a lot of plays have been centered around that. Bringing that first guy deep. And there's always a couple of guys trailing, waiting for that pass as we get an offside call. Ladies and gentlemen, Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development. This live stream is brought to you by them. And also Big Bear Contracting. If you're looking to start a new career in the industry, it's either the uranium industry or the oil sands in northern Alberta. You can check them out. Number 44 goes down there. Braden Burak wanted a call on the play. Tears pass deflected into the Pontiac zone. Nobody there to pick that one up as Neufeld. That one stopped there by the Pontiacs. Tier over the red line. Tried to flick that one in, a little too weak, fanned on it. 50 seconds remains here in this first period, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1 hockey game. LaFond, there was a couple of easy ones, so I mean, it shoulda, woulda, coulda been, but as a goaltender myself too, be having nightmares tonight, especially in game number 5, and that is 5-1.
But
as they fire this in, and the Pontiacs have done a good job of centering that guy in front of the net, as you see in the replay there. Nobody there to touch him. Deflected in. 5-1 hockey game with 31 seconds remain. So we better go get our tickets here before everybody decides to go home. But this game ain't over yet. They're gonna have to go into find some Bronco horsepower here. Lots of outriders and chuck wagon drivers here on the Broncos lineup, but maybe they're waiting for spring training. Centered in front, stopped by the defenseman, high off the boards. Played through the center. Desjardins. Desjardins open up the scoring here. Drop pass. Another shot there by Desjardins, high over the net. 5.4 seconds, that one goes over the netting, so gonna get a puck drop. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be back here for period number 2 while we go get our 50-50 tickets. So once again, thank you for tuning in, and thank you to the Meadow Lake Broncos here for allowing me to live stream for all the relatives at home, and I'm sure there's some people from Bonnyville are watching as well. I shared it with some pushing and shoving happening there. Alrighty, both teams are gonna go. So stay tuned here for period number 2. It is 5-1 Pontiacs, Bonnyville Pontiacs over the Meadow Lake Broncos. Also, there won't be any sound here. Will be muted because YouTube, any music, YouTube will mute it. So we're gonna be muted throughout our intermissions here as well. So stand by. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, friends and relatives, Denny Media YouTube channel. We are live from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan here with the Meadow Lake Broncos versus the Bonnyville Senior Pontiacs. Starting off here, 5-1 hockey game, 13-11 for shots in favor of the Senior Pontiacs. You couldn't get that one. Pontiacs with it now. Finally, they get that one loose. Fiddler is going to send that the length of the ice. Easily stopped there by Woodward. Peak. Good defensive breakout play there by Peak, the defenseman. Isley, the captain, high off the glass. So a couple of guys there after, it looks like 5-on-4 after some of the rough stuff. Pad save there by Twydale. I hope I'm saying that right, Twydale. Yeah. This is fueled by Red Bull and popcorn, so if we get stuck here, oh man, that's some of the best popcorn I've had actually. I'm a bit of a popcorn addict myself, so for those of you at home, I go to the theater once a week at least to get some theater popcorn, but this young lady in the far corner there by the concession had bags of popcorn. As the power play for the Senior Pontiacs. Bukta over to Thackeray. Back to Bukta. Thackeray with it. Quick pass through the middle. Offside is the call. A good eye. Broncos with it. Desjardins fires that one and tried to avoid a hit. A big hit in the far corner. Reagan Yu right through his legs. Senior Pontiacs with it now. They're going to fire that one right behind Twydale. Defenseman throwing the body around. Puck is still loose. Finally get that one out of their own zone. 5-on-5 hockey here. So a couple of guys there after the period. Bit of a rough stuff. No fights. That play behind Woodward. Desjardins still out there. Bit of a long shift for Desjardins. He's dilly-dallying back to his own zone. Probably should go for a quick line change here, trailing 4 goals in the second period with 3:15 have gone by. Broncos with it now, off the boards. Tired legs, Desjardins still out there. Couldn't control that one. He's finally going to go for a line change. That one gets out of the zone by Peak. Kept in at the line. Pontiacs, a quick drop pass. Wide shot. Right past Twydale. Deflected into the corner behind Twydale. He's going to leave it there for the defenseman. Quick little breakout play. Deflected. Centered in front. Nobody there. The Broncos down by Ponkart now. Couldn't control the pass right off the skate of the defenseman. So Stabler centered in front, right through the legs of Woodward. So a bit of the same situation. Pontiacs with it to the point. Had some troubles there with my replay button, so I was trying to fix that. Quick deflection past Twydale. So Twydale has faced about 10 shots since they put him in it. Over the blue line, McIntyre back down low. Neufeld to the point, kept in at the line, but couldn't control the pass. So a bit of a sloppy play there by the Broncos. This one's deflected right out of play. Pontiacs over the blue line. Quick save there by the goaltender. Pontiac still with it. Back to the point. Pad save there by Twydale. Stick save in front. A big juicy rebound. Couldn't get that one out of their own zone. Number 16, Rhett Dennis. Dennis is going to go on the chase. Cook right off the body of Desjardins. Fresh legs from Desjardins. Blocker save there by Twydale. Pontiacs with it. Goes off a skate. Now they tried to get that one high off the boards, but Pontiacs back in possession. Full possession of this hockey game are the Bonnyville Pontiacs. Meadow Lake Broncos here, they're going to have to dig deep in this one, the second period. Try to get as much as they can on net. Twydale wasn't sure where that one was, but we do know that this live stream is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and also Big Bear Contracting. If you're looking for a new career, Economic Development 468, out of mining industry, heavy equipment operators, all sorts of professions available there as well. Big Bear Contracting, offering site services in northern Saskatchewan. Broncos with it. Big hit there as he turned around on the play. Peak over the blue line. That pass broken up by Fiddler. Aaron Moore. No relation to our camera lady here. Stabler, centered in cross. All alone, he hit the post. Hey, score. I thought he hit the post from this side here. Not sure what is going on with my replay here, but couldn't get a replay on that one. We're going to have to do a quick little reset here. 24 switch. So it is now 6-1 for the Pontiacs. Woodward couldn't control that shot. Puck is still loose. Pontiacs in possession over the red line. Stopped. Tried to send that one back to his defenseman, but nobody there. McIntyre. Deflected high. Couldn't center that one. Ward throws a big body there against McIntyre. McIntyre lost his footing. Quick pass. Shot right off the iron that time. McIntyre lost his footing. Okay, there we go. We've got our replay settings back. Pontiacs finally get that one loose. McIntyre holding them up. Still at the blue line. Back down low. Right off to the defenseman. Shot wide. Twydale. Looks like he saw that one the whole way. So 6-1 hockey game here for the Bonnyville Senior Pontiacs. Rhett Dennis. McIntyre now. Quick shot. High over the netting. That made a couple of the young guys happy. The tunes are good in here though. Holy. Quick shot right off the face-off. Desjardins is going to be kicked out of the circle. Senior Pontiacs stopped there by the defenseman. Picked up, gloved down by Twydale. So ladies and gentlemen, Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and also Big Bear Contracting. You can check them out on social media. Check out their website for any of the job posting contact information. Thank you for sponsoring this live stream here tonight on Denayati Media. Denayati Media Hockey Action. Friday night from the Meadow Lake Co-op Center. No Tylen Cameron in the lineup here tonight. We came to a hockey game and a cabaret broke out at the Civic Center. The Meadow Lake Civic Center, yeah. So what was the rink called here before it burned down? Oh, okay, Meadow Lake Arena. I thought it was the Civic Center as well. Broncos with it now, trailing 5 goals, and that one's right into the shoulder of Woodward. Couple of hecklers here trying to get under the skin of Woodward, but it is not working. He has faced 16 Broncos shots and 14 for the goaltender, and LaFawn started this game. Still lots of fans here, a lot of the young kids running around the rink. Got a beautiful facility here in the Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. So right attached to this is also a field house. And we're situated right in the corner, so I'm not sure why they didn't put it in the middle, but we'll take it. It's a beautiful area. Stopped there by Twydale. A quick high shot by Ori Wood. Ori Wood from Saddle Lake Cree Nation. Broncos, McIntyre. Newfield couldn't get that one. Newfield with it now. Right in the middle. Hey, score! Newfield couldn't get that one. Newfield with
Walks
it now.
right in.
Right in the middle.
Over
Hey,
the
score!
dump side of Woodward, and we're now 6-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to the hockey game from the Cabaret. 6-2. It ain't over yet. So that was Newfield staying with that pass and that whole play. You saw the whole sequence unfold right in front of you. Puts that right over the glove side of Woodward. Senior Pontiacs trying to get set up in the Broncos zone. The Broncos, you know, they've been a little lazy on some of the plays here. Not finishing in each play. And if you're trailing 6-2, you got to keep going here in a do or die situation. Fans wrapped around this rink. You can't be half working your butt off in this. Robin Yu with it. Over the blue line, no icing. Dennis, Rhett Dennis. Near side corner with Ponkrat, rather. Right off the skate of Dennis. Our fourth lineup here for the Meadow Lake Broncos. Putting in the minutes. .6-2 hockey game. Rhett Dennis looking a little tired there through the neutral zone. This one's blockered aside there by Twydale. Broncos right across. Couldn't connect on that one to the point. A bit of a knuckle puck type of shot. And easily covered there by Twydale. So 7:27 remaining. What a good job our camera lady has done. And we have the winning tickets, I hope. Yeah, I'm sorry I have to get that hotel for tonight, so sorry to go fund me. Yeah. Desjardins over the blue line. Desjardins with it. He's got one here tonight. They score! He's got one here tonight. To the point. They score! Quick deflection there, as you see in the replay. Desjardins calling for the puck. And you only see that back in the day in Pee Wee division, when the coach's son always wants to get the pass, but in this instance, he decides to shoot it on net, deflected right through the legs, and is 6-3. Everybody from the Cabaret is staying here now. We got ourselves a hockey game. Don't count them up. Don't count them out, actually. Getting ahead of myself here. A little too excited. Almost sounded like I was calling a soccer game here as I roared on that goal. So it looks like we've got about 134 people watching on the live stream as well, so thank you very much. There are a couple of tournaments I will be calling to. I know the PA Prince Albert Grand Council Senators Cup, so we'll be doing a lot of the interviews, live interviews with players and coaches, fans. That is in a few weeks. Maybe it's actually a month away now, the end of April, and then we'll be doing the play-by-play on the Sunday. So it is hard to do this all day, 3 days straight. A big hit there by the Pontiacs defenseman, throwing the body around. Number 12, Caleb Ponkrant, centered in front again. A good chance there by Ponkrant. Circle backed around. This is the Ponkrant lineup. The brother goes down. Quick pass to the defenseman. Right through the stick. Circles back around, gives that one away, and one brother collide. Leave it. Forgot I was commentating there for a second and trying to. Ponkrant to the point. Right across. Blocker saved there by Woodward. Tired legs, the second lineup here for the Broncos. Centered in front, puck is still loose. Woodward thought he had it. We are trailing 3 goals here in this second period. Offside is going to go to number 14, Shane Hounsell. So Lonsberry and McCormack out there. He's going to go for a line change. So face off. 4:41 remaining, ladies and gentlemen, in this second period. It is turned from 5-1 to 6-3, and anything can happen. Of course, in Saskatchewan hockey leagues, Saskatchewan, Alberta. Quick little battle in the far side corner. The official is going to switch sides there. Puck is finally loose to the point. Poke check there by the Broncos. Desjardins. High off the stick. Reagan Yu couldn't control that one. Reagan's got to step it up here for his team. Looks like his leg socks are loose. He's needing some tape. Icing is going to be the call. So that was way out of the reach of Reagan Yu. He's going to go to the bench. So ladies and gentlemen, you're watching this on Denianti Media YouTube. You can check out the coaches' interviews on the Facebook as well. I'm sure there's people from Bonnyville watching this as well. Bonnyville, Saskatchewan, everywhere. So thank you for tuning in. This is brought to you by the Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and Big Bear Contracting. Quick high shot over the net of Twydale. Kept in at the line. Throwing the body around both teams now. Fiddler. Blocker saved there by Twydale. Fiddler plays that one off the boards. Lost that one through his feet. Neufeld right across. Fiddler with a good chance. Plays that one off the boards. As you see the play coming across now, Fiddler in the near side. Neufeld right across. Stop there. Fiddler with a good chance. Woodward to keep this a 6-3 hockey game. 2:53 remains. Still just preying on our ticket here. Face-off win Broncos. Broncos are going to have to go to the net, get everything on net here, as we're under 3 minutes left in the second period. Cody Peterson style. Trailing behind the net with it now. Pontiacs avoids one big hit. The Pontiacs, Ori Wood, offside. Slowed that one down by Twydale. Couldn't get through the neutral zone. 2 minutes remains. Isley fires that back into the Broncos zone. Broncos with it, slowly making their way out of their own zone. Tired lineup. You got to get those quick line changes as well. You can see it right in their performance here as the Pontiacs keep going into another gear and getting past these tired legs as William Desjardins fighting in the near side corner. You couldn't get a hold of that one. Hounsell throwing the body around. Will Desjardins must have heard me up here in the broadcast booth. Desjardins, you got to shoot the puck right away. You can't be waiting for that photo op, especially here in a do-or-die situation. Game number 5, right here from the Co-op Center in Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. Face off. Hey, score! Face off. Hey, score! So a quick play, McIntyre. We are within 2 now. LaFond is gonna have some nightmares tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, another chance, ace! Stopped there by the goaltender, Woodward. Keeping this one within 2. What a hockey game here, ladies and gentlemen. Face-off win. Cook with it. Held up by McIntyre. Neufeld with it. Gets it back to the point. Fiddler moves through the middle. Shot on net, blocked there by the defenseman. 5 seconds remains, and we're gonna get one quick little rush. In all alone, hey, stop! Hey, no goal! What a goaltender, this young guy. Right here, as you look at this play, time expires. What a save.
Hey, no goal.
Flip that and put it on TikTok.
What a
goaltender,
this
young
young
guy. For period number 3. 6-4 hockey game for the Bonnyville Senior Pontiacs. This live stream is brought to you by the Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and also Big Bear Contracting. Stay tuned for period number 3. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Denianti Media YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in here for game number 5 of the Sask Alta League Finals. 6-3 hockey game. So early on in this, earlier ago, so LaFawn was in net and a couple of soft ones, and they, after 4, got rid of him. This young guy here, Twydale, been holding his own, but the Broncos have been pressing. Gained a little momentum here in the second. They are now within 2. And don't forget, this live stream is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and also Big Bear Contracting. Broncos avoid a hit there. Pockrant. I believe it's Pockrant. Rant. So the brothers there, they're going to go for a line change. Held up in the neutral zone. McIntyre wanted a call on the play as he lost his stick. McIntyre doesn't have a goal here. William Desjardins opening up the scoring here for the Broncos. So you see a lot of the same people doing laps here as scoping it out. I haven't seen any of my exes out there yet. Quick spinorama move there by number 17, Braden Labant. Held up there by Neufeld. Centered to Labant, centered in, tried to get that in front, nobody there. So that's a bit of the Pontiacs play, is bring him down low and try to catch that guy trailing as Neufeld goes for a line change. Pontiacs back on side. Picked up there by Reagan Yu. Quick pass over to Hounsell, but way out of the reach. William Desjardins throwing the body around in the Pontiac zone. Tier, that pass out of the reach, kept in at the line by Tier. And all alone, Reagan Yu couldn't control that one. Right from Alacross, a member of the Canole Cree Nation. I believe the Canole Cree Nation puck is still loose. Soto hockey tournament this weekend, so they've got some teams over there. They do have a seniors and rec division. So face off to the blocker's side. Robin Yu out there. Pockrant, the brothers, Yu and Fiddler. Quick pass through the neutral zone. Pockrant, he's easily stripped away there by Cook. Icing against the Pontiacs. Ori Wood out there, the CPCA chuck wagon driver. My brother's dad's. We have all different dads in my family. Pockrant. Slowly out of his own zone. Broncos with it. The second lineup now. A quick shot. Fanned on that one. Went right through the legs and through the crease of Woodward. Quick play. Number 44, Burak. Soulsby with it. Soulsby on the defense. Pontiacs, the far side boards, tip that in behind Twydale. Both of these teams, though, they're not afraid to throw the body around. Nobody has been trying to scrap it out since the first period, the first intermission, rather. That one's high off the glass, gloved down by Newfield, but picked up there by the Pontiacs. Bit of a weak toss in there by the Pontiacs and icing. So 4 minutes have gone by here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to check out the interviews. I don't know if I will get some player interviews after this. Do have to make my way out, pack up. We'll see how the game unfolds. But I will be at the Prince Albert Grand Council Senators Cup. You'll be able to see some of the content of your favorite hockey players. Stopped there by Twydale. A quick shot from the point. Back down low. McCormack picked up there by Fiddler. Fiddler to Desjardins. Desjardins. Hounsell to Desjardins. Desjardins, no call. The fans want a penalty on that one. Desjardins' stick. Not sure if Desjardins was going to the box there. Reagan Yu. High stepping through the neutral zone. That shot blocked by the defenseman. Yu trying to get this one loose in the far corner. Finally, Hounsell goes on the chase. Pontiacs get this one out of their own zone. Avoids a hip check. Twydale comes out. Almost knocked down. Pockrant with it now. Flicks that one. Gets past the defense. The brother is going to, Logan Pethick rather, the captain, planted himself in front of the goaltender, but a big shot. Puck is loose. The captain couldn't get there in time. 14:29 remains here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in here to Deniati Media YouTube channel. What seemed to be turning into a cabaret is a good hockey game here tonight in the Meadow Lake Co-op Center. What a beautiful facility if you haven't checked this one out yet. Vice Chief DeRoche has been having some issues trying to get the wave going. Pontiacs with it. Stopped there by Tier. Pontiacs back into their own zone. Isley deflects that one in. Stabler. Looks like this one's going to be icing. That one was waved off. A good individual effort there by McIntyre and a quick play. That one was waved off. To center that one, a one-timer there. Goaltender didn't know where it was. McIntyre and a quick play, but he had that one covered up the whole way. That play goes right around Fiddler. Pontiacs are going to have to get on side. Yu with it. Looking for that far side pass right over the stick of the Pontiacs. Newfield, he's taken down. Centered there, but nobody to pick that one up. Stopped by McIntyre. McIntyre gave that one away. 13-16 in third period. 6-4 hockey game for the Bonnyville Pontiacs. 3-1 in the final series here as Reagan Yu over the circle. Glove save there by Woodward. Desjardins looks like he's looking to the referee again for another call, but now with speed. Leibrandt stopped there by the defenseman. Moore, no relation to the camera lady. A good defensive play. Reagan Yu, he's knocked down. Back to Ward. Ward, that quick pass in his own zone. Ward slowing things down now. The Pontiacs. Icing waved off. Tier with it. Pethick circling around. Icing is going to be against the Meadow Lake Broncos. I actually thought there would have been some fights here. The way that this hockey game started, there was after the first period, there was some rough stuff, and a couple of guys, maybe the officials, had to remind them. But the Meadow Lake Broncos have battled back in good fashion here. They were trailing 6-1 at one point, and now 6-4. As they look to get within one more. The captain was taken down. He had a bit of a weak shot, but a good opportunity nonetheless. Not sure where Tylen Cameron is here tonight, but back to Fiddler. Broncos looking to get some structure in their hockey game here this evening. Yu to the point, centered in the middle, back to Yu. Puck is loose. Fiddler is trying to get in on the forward action. Arnold on the chase, kept in on the line. Quick little deflection there. That pass broken up as they're trying to get that two-line pass. Oh. Cherry picking action by the senior Pontiacs, but good defensive play. Desjardins now over the blue line. He's taken down. Pontiacs get this out of their own zone. Fired high over the glass. With speed over the blue line, two guys, center there, cross right over the goal. He caught the shoulder a little bit. Twydale has been doing pretty good in this hockey game. He's probably thinking, I wish I started this one. We'd be but that's what happens in big hockey games as well. A lot of pressure. A lot of fans as well. You have the good games and you have the bad games, and LaFawn's going to have to shake this one off as they go into the weekend for a hockey tournament in the hosted by the Big River First Nations. Fiddler goes down. Fiddler right over the stick. Centered in front, glove down. And then once again, glove down by the goaltender. So maybe some rough stuff here now. glove down.
See what happened there is he's taken down by the goaltender. So maybe some rough stuff here now. So a quick little push there, it looked like. Maybe not so little, but no call on the play. Quick little glove save there by the goaltender. Face off the near side circle, Tier on this side. Neufeld jumped the gun there. Pad save by Twydale. Bukata. So we've got a chin strap loose here on number 5, Kale. And they're going to go on the chase. Taylor Arnold. They've switched up the lineups here, the Broncos, for this third period. 9:10 remaining. McIntyre, his stick is held up, no call on the play. Broncos retrieve that one. Quick little connection, Neufeld. Stopped there by Woodward. So good job here from our camera lady. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And shout out to Calvin Fiddler, actually. He's been setting this one up. You know, one of the things that Calvin Fiddler talked about was hearing a lot of these hockey tournaments as a young guy on NBC radio. Obviously, I am not NBC radio, but we're able to do this through YouTube and the cool technology that we're able to have access to nowadays. So thank you for tuning in. This is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and Big Bear Contracting. Reagan Yu is out there. Reagan Yu with it, far side, over the blue line. He takes a hit, dumps that one in behind the goaltender. Pontiacs with it. William Desjardins, once again, slowly making his way to the box, and a good deflection. Broncos are going to have to get more shots here. They've improved quite a bit. They've gone past, it looks like 33-31. Yeah, so the start of this hockey game, Broncos had about 2 shots in the first period. Now they have gone past the Pontiacs. They're looking to center this one. Pethick waits for it. Stopped there by the goaltender. Robin Yu back against the Broncos territory. Ouellette threw that one wide. 7:20 remains, ladies and gentlemen. Do or die situation here for the Meadow Lake Broncos in this final Sask Alta League Finals. McIntyre plays that one off the boards. Right around. Twydale couldn't get that in time. Arnold a bit of a weak pass to McIntyre.
lost his footing at the blue line. Meadow Lake Broncos are looking a little tired here as the captain over the blue line fires that one wide. Isley. Isley is going to center himself, and glove save there by Twydale. So the Meadow Lake Broncos fans are still trying to get the wave going. Finally, they get this one loose. Neufeld tried to flick that one high, but got it a little too heavy. Neufeld back in his own zone with it once again. Quick pass to McIntyre. Reagan Yu up the far side, waiting for that pass. The game plan has got to be get everything on net for the Broncos. 5:44 remains. The fans are having just as much issues as trying to get this wave going. It's almost like dial-up back in the day. It's a little slow.
Robin Yu over to Fiddler. Desjardins to Yu. Tried to flick that one past the defenseman, Reagan Yu. Reagan Yu is tripped up, no call on the play. 17.
What? I thought it was 0.
7175.
Ah.
7105. We had 7175. Yeah, we were not far off, I guess. 70 tickets. Quick shot there by the Broncos. Looks like we're going to be camping in my car now tonight. No room. Slouch over the front seat. Centered all alone. Stopped there by Twydale. Give him the player of the game because he has held these Broncos in. Tried to get that one to McIntyre. The Broncos are having issues here getting things rolling, connecting the passes. They're getting the shots, but they just can't seem to get past the Pontiacs defensemen with 3:40 remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank you. 3:40 remaining. This live stream is brought to you by Fort McMurray Economic Development. Also, thank you to our camera lady, Meadow Lake Broncos, for allowing me to do this. If you want to any sporting events live stream, you can contact me at Deniati Media Facebook page or deniatipodcast@gmail.com.
So any sports action, we can live stream here through the internet. So it's a lot of fun. And a lot of people, a lot of fans everywhere. Not everyone is able to come out here, so we've got $198 people that couldn't make it here are now tuning in to game number 5 here with 6-4 for the senior Pontiacs, 3:18 remaining. So I'm not sure if it stays the same way, if there's a trophy presentation. So if it remains 6-4 and they win, there will be a trophy presentation here tonight. Obviously, we'll see how long we go. We'll see how this goes. Let's not jump the gun. 3:18. Broncos are going to need to get 2 quick ones. Cadron to the point. Back down low. Off the side of the net. Reagan and Robin out there. Desjardins gave that one away to Roy. So a quick, slow pass there, kind of like when he's changing. Couldn't get that one past the defenseman. Less than 3 minutes remains, ladies and gentlemen. That one's finally blown down. Trying to take the seconds off the clock. Newfield for the Broncos. He goes down. 2:30 remains. Moore plays that one off the boards. Quick little deflection. But the Broncos lose possession once again. Icing on the play. 2:08. So ladies and gentlemen, maybe the goaltender is going to head to the bench, get that extra attacker in their own zone. Couple of minutes. Can they do it? Can they do it? Face off to the left-hand side of Woodward. Number 11, Logan Pethick wins that one. Newfield had to dangle the linesman. McIntyre to Newfield. Pethick in front. Quick shot wide. Moore with it. High shot by Fiddler. Empty netter for the Broncos. High off the glass. Newfield shot right over the noggin of Woodward. Fired on net, wide, kicked aside. Moore plays that back down low to McIntyre. Newfield. Moore. Shot on net, 1:20. So within 1:20, they need 2 goals, ladies and gentlemen, or we're going to have a league championship that is going to go to the Alberta side of the Sask Alta Hockey League. Some people are leaving. Some of the young kids are still trying to start the wave as people are exiting. Last minute of play in this final period. Puck is still tied up. Pontiacs. We're going to get a penalty against Hounslow. And I'm going to say that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. 44 seconds remains. I want to thank you guys for tuning in here tonight. All 212 of you. Some of you might have just shown up. We will we'll see what they do. I don't know if there's a whole presentation, but the Pontiacs are already celebrating. You can check out the coach's interview right after, or before the hockey game rather. High off the last 24 seconds. So that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your league champions, the Bonnyville Senior Pontiacs, are going to be the 2026 league champions. Thank you to the Meadow Lake Broncos. I'm sure the fans are happy with where they're able to make it. Twydale is player of the game. He saved it for the Broncos after a couple of goals that one of the mini stick goalies would have had. Bit of an upsetting situation, but the presentation as they bring out the table and the trophy. So once again, congratulations to the senior Pontiacs of Bonnyville. And once again, this live stream is brought to you by Fort McMurray 468 Economic Development and Big Bear Contracting. So thank you very much as they bring out the, that's quite the trophy there. So thank you to our camera lady as well. We're gonna finish her off the live stream, and have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in.